I mean, it's something I take great honor in. It's a great responsibility, that the players on the team, they look to me as a guy that they can rely on and a guy that's going to be honest with them 100% of the time, and they're going to be somebody who they can count on in tough situations.
What are the things that you've tried to do to be a leader and make sure this team is where it needs to be come September?
That's one thing actually I try not to change. I'm just trying to be myself, and players I feel like have gravitated towards that. One thing that I have had to work on though is being more vocal. I'm more of a lead by example type of guy, and the more comfortable I've gotten in the program, the more comfortable I got in the locker room, the more vocal I've been able to be.
Zach, before I ask you any actual question, can you test this?
Yeah, I'll do my best. Oh yeah,
My guy.
I was a receiver in high school. Still got hands. I got glue where my hands should be.
Appreciate it. You talked about all off season how something just kind of clicked for you. This being your third year, and how you want to approach it, how you want to leave a legacy here. Is it fair to ask what exactly clicked?
It's not really something tangible, something I can really put a finger on. Just one day was like, after the season, I was like, it's like this is your third year. Potentially you could leave after this year. Why don't you give everything to the program? That's what Coach Mick always says. If you buy in 100%, the program will do good things for you. And so I'm like, why not just give it a try, buy in 100%? And so far it's been nothing but blessings.
I'm not comparing you to Chase Young, so don't take it this way.
Yeah.
You were here during his third year and got to see how he just approached things.
Yeah.
How much of that was maybe impressionable on you, and how as you now in your third year, 5 to all that. Not comparing,
Yeah.
you just saying how much of that was impressionable.
I definitely learned a lot from Chase, whereas it's technique or how to carry yourself or how to, break down film and how to just be a pro about it, at the college level.
Zach, you know a lot about being a five-star recruit, coming in with high expectations and playing as a true freshman. What kind of advice are you giving Jack Sawyer and JTT about what to expect this year?
I haven't really given them much advice yet. I'll let them come to me. I don't want to be the guy that's just overbearing and act like I know everything when I self-admittedly I don't know all the answers. But if they have questions, they know that my phone's always open, my door is always open. They can just reach out to me with any kind of questions that they have.
How is it kind of transitioning from a young guy to an older guy? Has that been part of your off season?
It's unique because I can see a lot of myself and how I used to act, and a lot of the freshmen. I can see that they don't know what's going on. They don't know what to expect. They don't know how to carry themselves. They don't know how to push themselves. And I went through that, and I can tell them, like, all right, like, I get it. Like, the workouts are hard. You're tired. You can't breathe. You're sore. This is the 5th week of team run or whatever. You don't want to do it anymore, but just keep pushing through. Eventually, like, you'll break through that wall, and it's going to get easier. It's going to get better for you.
Zach, I just wanted to ask you, how do you feel about vaccines, and how does the team feel about the vaccination situation? I heard Coach Day say the majority is vaccinated. Do you care to share if you have, or why you think that's important to protect the health of the team?
I think it's each guy's personal decision. Whatever they feel safe doing, whatever they should do.
What's it like being JC and Jack? Because you were that, especially maybe personally with JT as you were.
I'm sorry, I can't.
What's it like being? You were like JT. You were a little quieter with your recruitment, even though everybody cared where the heck you were going. And now you come here with all these expectations. What's it like to be in their shoes? Because that was you 2 years ago.
I mean, yeah, definitely a lot of pressure from the outside. Not so much in the program, but you see it on Twitter. You see that you're supposed to do this, that, and the third, and that can really, you can really get caught up in thinking about what you're supposed to do as opposed to just living in the moment and trying to get better every single day. And that's something that if I see starting to happen with those guys, I'll definitely reach out and be like, hey, like, just focus on you, man. The outside, they're always going to talk. Just don't even got to worry about that.
How did you handle that? And when did you start to see yourself maybe getting caught up a little bit in what Twitter was saying?
I mean, really, once the game started, it's like, oh, where's Zach Harrison? He's supposed to be doing this, that, and the third. And I'm like, well, I'm just trying to get better every day. It's a process, and once I've accepted that it's a process, and freshmen don't come in perfect. Freshmen don't come in as NFL players. That's the point of being developed by Ohio State, and that's something that I had to realize. And I had to. And Coach Jay, when we sat down and had a meeting, he talked to me about it for a while. He's like, Zach, you're in a great spot. Just keep getting better every day and let the chips fall like when they fall. Don't worry about just chasing these numbers and chasing this down the third. Just go play and get better every day.
I'm sure Tom Allen from Indiana got up there today and said that Ohio State is the gold standard that everybody's chasing. What's it like to be the hunter?
It's something that we embrace. We know that every time we step on the field, we're going to get every team's best. They're going to go 100%. That week's been circled on their calendar the whole year. And that's something that we train for. Coach Day doesn't keep it a secret. He says that in team meetings almost every week, like, we got to bring our best every Saturday, or that's how upsets happen. So, and Coach Mick as well, we train hard. That's our biggest asset is Coach Mick in our training, where he knows like what it takes to be the best and to keep everybody else, I don't want to say at bay, but just not beating us. Simple as that.
Zach, playing for Larry Johnson, I've heard Ohio State defensive linemen talk about this in the past, where he's not going to cuss at you, he's not going to yell at you, but the worst thing that can happen is have Coach Johnson be disappointed in you.
Yeah.
Is that true? Can you speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, it's not, like I said, it's not, sometimes you wish him just to cuss you out, but it's like when you mess up, it's like, dang, Coach, like my bad, like, I'm going to do better next time. It's almost like when your parents is mad at you, it's like, I'm sorry, like, and then also, you just go that much harder for him because he has that respect for him. He's not going to cuss you. He's not going to get in your face and yell at you. So you're like, all right, I know I can make mistakes full speed and not have to worry about getting berated in front of the whole unit or the whole team about it.
How much does the depth of defensive linemen last year that help, like younger linebacker core and secondary that had struggles this year?
I feel like the pass rush and the coverage tie together every single play on defense. So the quicker we get to the quarterback, the less they have to cover, and the longer they cover, the more time we have. And I feel like once we both are playing at a high level, which I feel like we will this year, it'll be something scary to see.
Off that, what kind of impact do you think Jack and JT will both have as true freshmen?
We'll have to see how it goes. Like I said, the D line room is deep, but they're definitely going to play. They're definitely going to get snaps this year. We just got to see how much.
Zach,
Last year, it was all about, right, about tackling and arrows. You guys slayed that dragon. Is this offseason been about 52-24? Is it all about Banner? How do you guys now get to that?
I mean, of course we didn't end the season as we wanted to, and that had a chip on our shoulder, but it hasn't been like a obsessive focus on Alabama. We're just worried about how to get better as the Buckeyes every single day. Like, how do we improve ourselves? And once I feel like we play our best ball, nobody in the country can beat us.
Was it obsessive about Clemson?
I wouldn't say obsessive, but we definitely knew that we wanted to beat Clemson.
Changing locker codes to the facility to 52-24?
No, we don't even have locker codes.
What do you think are the biggest ways in which you have improved as a player to get to where you are now versus when you were a freshman?
It's day and night from when I was a freshman. I feel like I sometimes go back and watch freshman year film, and I'm like, I don't even recognize that guy. I've gotten bigger, stronger, faster. My technique's gotten better. One thing I've focused on is I'm a long guy. I've got long limbs, and flexibility has always been a struggle for me. And that's something that I look to attack in the training room, getting with the training staff and getting in their mobility programs and their flexibility programs, and that's something that I've definitely improved on.
Hey, Zach, you're a defensive lineman, Ohio State University tradition. I mean, what's it like for you to have all these guys come before you? You know there's going to be others after you, but especially people representing your university, especially the D-line.
Yeah, you just got to carry the torch, Don't want to have any fall off. There's great guys before you, and there'll be great guys after you. So it's on us and this group of freshmen, continue that legacy of being great.
You're from Ohio. I mean, obviously has to be really special with your university and representing everybody, a hometown guy, fans close to you, family. What's it like to have family in the stands watching you?
I love it. Before every game, I'm around the tunnel. We do our little pregame deal, and I look up, try to find my mom, my dad, my sister in the stands, and they sit in the same spot every game. So knowing that they're there, they're supporting me, and having those guys in the stands really means a lot.
Zach?
You mentioned the depth at defensive end. I mean, how much of an advantage is it for you guys to know that you have 5-6 guys that can go up there and play every game?
Yeah, it's great, and then Coach J likes to rotate, and that's something that we have as an advantage for us. So we could go out there and play 60-something plays like some schools do, but we're not playing those at full speed. Whereas at Ohio State, we might get like 40 plays a game, but they're full speed. You can go full speed knowing if I get tired, the guy behind me can come in and have just as much production, be just as good as I am. There's no fall off. I don't have to save myself because I'm the only guy who can do it or he's the only guy who can do it. We're all capable of going and impacting the game.
He's like big smile. Big smile.
Yeah, I'd say we're competitive. You know, if I'm at practice and I see Tyreek getting 3 sacks that day, I'm like, all right, now I gotta step up my game. But at the same time, it's all love. Like, those are really my brothers. Like, we're a real family in the D-line, and they're coaching me up just as much as Coach Jay. Like, they'll be on the sideline watching my few plays, and I'll come off and look at Zach like, these are the things you gotta do better. Like, I saw this mistake or this, that, and the third. It's the same other way around. Like, I'm watching their film, I'm watching their reps, trying to get them better. It's just a healthy competitive relationship that we all have.
Zach, college football.
I'm definitely excited. You know, wait. Never mind. We're at the big house, are we? Oh, yeah, a little bit. I'm definitely missed out on that because I've never been to one. As a recruit, I didn't go to any, and my freshman year was away, so yeah, I haven't had the chance to play at home in Team North.
Taking advantage of being imaging and likeness yet? If so, what some of the things you have?
Yeah, I definitely have some stuff in the works. That's gonna, I'm getting with some guys that I'm working with, and we're gonna hopefully get some of that stuff out soon. But I'm trying to take it slow. I'm not trying to jump into everything and do this, that, and third, and eventually end up making a mistake. You know, you got to move carefully when something this serious has money, and you got to pay taxes on it and things like that. So you got to just be careful the way you move.
Is it kind of strange marketing yourself?
A little bit, because I'm not a big me guy. I'm not a big self-promoter, but having to learn to do that and learning how to do that while still being myself is a challenge that I'm still, trying to figure out. It wasn't really weird for me because I wasn't a huge Ohio State fan in high school. My parents didn't grow up Ohio State fans, so for me it was all, blank canvases. I just had to pick the best school for me. They're pretty close.
We haven't talked to you since the college ball playoff has decided to move toward expanding. I'm curious, what's your perspective as a player on what an expanded college ball playoff?
I haven't really thought too much about the college football expanding, but however many games we have to play to win a national championship, I'm down for it. Whatever they say is whatever we're going to play, and hopefully we're ever going to win.
Do you think that would be what do you think of the workload of playing potentially 3-4 playoff games? Like, you played in 2 last year. What would it be like to play another week and then potentially another week?
It's definitely going to take a toll on your body, but that's football. Football's a tough sport, and oftentimes the most healthy team at the end of the season is going to win most games. So that's just, I wouldn't say that's a knock against expanding the playoff. That's just something that needs to be factored in with the decision makers.
Zach, we talked to the Michigan players yesterday, and a lot of them talked about a renewed sense of urgency against Ohio State. I just wonder how surprising it is to hear that, Jim Harbaugh's 7th year now, there's another level, or they're doing some things differently just now.
I mean, we're just worried about our side. We're worried about getting better every day and respecting the rivalry by working hard towards beating them every single year. I'm not.
And then also heard throughout the years that Ohio State seems to take it more seriously than Michigan. I just wonder, kind of where you fall on that, and if you hear that noise, and what do you think about that?
I'm not at the Team of North, so I don't know. I wouldn't know anything over there.
Zach, I got a real hard-hitting question for you. Do you like the nickname Sack Harrison?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But you got to make your mind up. Is it Sack Harrison or Sack Sawyer? I've heard both. So
you came first. We were calling you that on,
all right, so
on
yeah,
24/7 Sports.
I'll claim that one.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
Want to make sure you liked it.
Yeah.